Alright?
Hello.
Yeah, I might even do the thing. I'm not even going to do an individual intro. My name's Tom, and today I'm going to be talking about things and stuff with Pickard. We are not in the studio today. We're in my bedroom. Because the studio looks like this. Show them the picture of the studio. I took a picture of that. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's moving house. That's what happens. So we're in here today. It's nice. We're having a great time.
That's how dedicated we are.
Do always bringing you episodes of nothing. There's nothing's happened. Very very quiet week. So basically, we're thinking, right, this is coming out. This is a Sunday. You guys are on a Sunday right now, unless you're not watching it on the day, which happens. Mm-hmm. But on the Sunday, right? So yesterday, new Doctor Who happened. I'm assuming it was brilliant because let's be honest, new Doctor Who.
If you add up all its parts,
yes,
it really should be brilliant.
Yeah, because it's like you got Peter Capaldi, who's awesome. Mm-hmm. Moffat has his moments of not awesome, but by and large, I'm a Moffat fan. Mm-hmm. I like a bit of Moffat. He's done quite well. Bloody Jenna Coleman. Yes, please. But yeah, and then it's Ben Wheatley is directing a bunch of stuff.
The
first two episodes of Ben Wheatley of Kill List fame, which if you haven't seen, very good film, and you should watch it. Pickard told me to watch it. I did.
Bloody good.
It's really weird. It's like a horror film, but you don't know it's a horror film until like the last scene, and then you're like, oh, it's a horror film. Get you.
Really much.
So
his other film, I've only seen one of his others. That was Sightseers.
I haven't seen that.
And that was not a horror film, but it was equally bizarre.
Right.
About two sightseers.
Oh, yeah, good.
They go on caravan trips and stuff, and they suddenly decide, fuck it, let's murder people, because
awesome
caravan trips are boring the shit out of them.
I was going to say, that does seem fair enough. I've done caravanning holidays, and I would rather murder people.
I did one and almost murdered someone, so
I used to do it every year. Every single year, we'd go to Hemsby in Norfolk.
Is that even a real place?
It's a real place. We'd go to Hemsby, and
it's
we'd
gateway to the other world.
We'd get a caravan, and there was a beach, and one year there was a dead guy on it, and that was
That's a good sign of a holiday.
although it is quite close to Lowestoft, which is where the Darkness are from, and thus the guitar shop that Justin Hawkins buys the guitars from is in Lowestoft, and that very 335 on the wall there, you can't see that, the camera's not panned that far over, but that very 335
from that shop.
came from that guitar shop. There you go. Claims to fame.
Amazing.
So,
but genuinely, Ben Wheatley's really good.
Ben Wheatley, top bloke. So, in theory, new Doctor Who's going to be good. Also, Moffat released he released the names of the 12 episodes, said that episodes 11 and 12 are a two-parter. Apparently, it's going to end on a sad note. And Jenna Coleman will be leaving the show at Christmas.
She dies, that's the sad
That's
note.
probably the sad note. Well, it's either that or the fact that they've said that Capaldi is going to be a lot darker than... He's going to be a lot less bothered with being jovial. He's going to be more about just getting shit dealt with. Mm-hmm. And the intonation behind that is Clara is going to be like, mate, enough of that. Too much. You got too intense. I'm out of here. Okay. So that's going to be pretty cool. And there's an episode with Daleks in it. I think that's like episode 3 maybe. There's an episode with Daleks.
They've done Daleks in the modern ones before, yeah?
Daleks aren't new.
See, I don't watch.
What happens is like the Daleks showed up like once every few years in the original things. And now it's like, hey guys, remember the Daleks? And they're in like every other bloody episode.
So it just kind of ruins the fun.
Just constant Daleks everywhere. It's like generally when they need a big bad, when they need something that is so evil that you can't even contemplate how evil it is Daleks. Because they're super evil. Also Cybermen. People need to calm down with Cybermen. Because god damn it. Like
they kind of appeared out of nowhere to me. In popularity.
Yeah.
Suddenly there was Cybermen heads and Cybermen.
Yeah, that's it. It's because like again, Cybermen in very occasional episodes back in the original series. And now it's like, well, here they are again. It's the Cybermen, and it's
That's their song.
that's the song of
Theme
the
song
song,
they come
the
out
song
to.
of their people. Yeah, now that's the problem I found with a lot of recent Doctor Who stuff is they're not very original with their villains. Moffat especially, because Russell T Davies era had some really good Doctor Who villains that were completely new. But I suppose Moffat had the Silence. The Silence are pretty cool, but the Silence are the ones that are the obvious. No, they're not the obvious rip-off of the Gentlemen. The Whispermen.
Oh,
The
wow.
Whispermen were the really obvious rip-offs of the Gentlemen from Buffy, and it's not even subtle. Like, seriously.
Was the whole episode without dialogue as well?
Yeah, no, it was basically Richard E. Grant really wanted to be in Doctor Who, and so they cast him as a villain called the Great Intelligence, and he rocked up, but he had an army of the Whispermen, who were people who were super quiet, and they didn't say anything, and they wore top hats.
And they just looked
And
a bit
they wore
creepy.
suits, and they didn't have faces, and then they would murder people. It was.
So they were Slender Man.
They were sort of Slender Man. They were pretty much Slender Man in a hat, which is the new DLC for Slender Man. So, so basically, a new series of Doctor Who will have started by now. It's probably brilliant. I'm assuming it's going to be brilliant. Probably, I'm going to watch it several times over the weekend. Other things have happened. Bloody Star Wars is fast approaching.
It's definitely happening.
It's definitely happening. Couple of new bits and bobs, concept art coming off of the film. Concept art of Han Solo in his awesome Wild West looking gear. It's pretty cool. Him in his sort of Hoth winter coat, which is nice. Pictures of the new Stormtrooper helmets, which is very nice. And then a piece of concept art of the villain holding Darth Vader's broken helmet, which is pretty metal. Pretty metal. So I'm assuming the villain is going to be some guy who is obsessed with Vader. And
fanboy.
basically, yeah, he's gonna be like a copycat killer Vader guy. Because let's be honest, Vader was pretty cool. Like Anakin, not very cool. Vader, super cool. Vader was a boss. So that's happening. That'll be exciting. Full of Star Warsy goodness. Pickard was telling me not so long ago that you may remember many moons ago we talked about a game called Gang Beasts, which what a game! And
it will probably be in Thunderdome, would have thought.
Oh yeah, that's probably going to be episode 1 of Thunderdome where we are playing Gang Beasts. So Gang Beasts is awesome. We are still working on Thunderdome, by the way. It's just we're very busy people, all right. We've got schedules. And it's not because we're too lazy to organise it. Gang Beasts has been picked up to be published by Double Fine of Tim Schafer fame, of Psychonauts, Brutal Legend, other Tim Schafer games. Costume Quest.
The one with the dolls, the Troika dolls.
That one.
The Russian dolls that go in and out of each other. It's called Stacked. There it is.
I didn't know that one.
That was bad.
Wasn't he the one who did that game that you're really salty about? Did the first part of it?
Oh, Broken Age.
Broken Age. Was that not him?
That was him.
That was him. Yeah. No. Every time someone mentions Tim Schafer, he kicks off over it.
Still
waiting for part 2 of Broken Age. Bloody Broken Age. So Gang Beasts is getting the publishing power of Double Fine behind it, which means, let's be fair, it's going to be amazing. It was already going to be amazing. Now it's going to be super amazing because Tim Schafer.
Spending time on that and not giving me my Broken Age.
That's it. He's finding excuses, and that's the worst part. Is because he's going to give you Gang Beasts instead of Broken Age 2, and it's like, but at the same time, Gang Beasts. It's a fair trade-off. So that's the thing that's going to be occurring. Slow news week. I'm not gonna lie to you.
This is properly.
We are scraping the barrel.
Scraping the barrel.
Like, we got to a point where I checked my usual news information sources. Nothing's happening. There's nothing there, so there's no point doing anything.
All the games happened last week.
Yeah, all the games were at Gamescom. There's no movies of interest happening because
They're all coming out now.
Yeah, they're all. It's summer, so it's happening. So I actually started going down the Facebook trending list. That's where we got to. The pieces of news I got from Facebook trending. We got Amy Winehouse is getting a life-size statue of herself built in Camden for her birthday, which is coming up soon. So, you know, that if you ever wanted to see a life-size statue of Amy Winehouse,
I wouldn't offer anything worthwhile to go and take it.
Fuck on nothing.
Good for that.
Good, you know, I'll go see it and be like, oh, it's life-size statue. I saw a life-size statue, because you don't see many of them life-size statues.
No.
Not a thing that happens often. And I saw a life-size statue of of Jack Daniel of the whiskey fame, because I have a life-size statue of him at the distillery in Lynchburg, and it's like you sort of you go up to it and you think, oh, this must be like a 3/4 scale one. It's not. He was just really short. He was like a 4'9" or something ridiculous. He was a tiny man. He died because he kicked a safe.
That is the worst. It's not the worst.
I mean, he is the second of the famous celebrity people to die from breaking a toe on something, though, because him and Bob Marley both broke their toes and died. So, steel toe caps, everyone. Better to be safe.
So disappointing.
Isn't it just? Yeah, the sort of the biggest name in reggae music, and the man who brought you Jack Daniel's Tennessee whiskey, both died from a broken toe. Life, everybody.
Like, go up to heaven.
Yeah.
God, I died of a broken toe.
Yeah,
what are you saying?
What's the deal, man? What's the deal? And he's like,
No.
I did it to spite you. Just to spite you. Because, why not? So Amy Winehouse statue, that was on the
I've
trending.
seen a life-size statue
Go on.
of someone.
Good.
It was outside Twickenham, the rugby ground, so it was probably
a rugby
person.
Rugby man's. The famous rugbyman's John Rugby,
outside Wembley.
for whom the game is named.
John Rugby.
John Rugby.
Some sports person, I saw a life-size statue. There was a life-size statue of Michael Jackson outside Fulham ground for a while.
Why? What's he got to do with Fulham?
It's not there anymore because...
Because scandals.
Because scandals, yeah.
Because scandals.
But they might still... I don't know. Football.
Football.
We've somehow got onto football.
Right, that's the other thing. This was also on Facebook trending. Bloody football. Football's on Facebook trending. So we considered attempting to talk about football, and then we realised that neither of us have any idea what football is.
I talked to you about 90s football.
Oh,
like
mate.
Alan Shearer.
Mate, the 1998 England World Cup team. I've got to reel that shit off. Alan Shearer as captain. You want David Seaman in goal.
Yeah.
You want bloody Michael Owen. There was Teddy Sheringham.
Teddy Sheringham.
Gary Neville. Mate.
That was a team.
That was a football team, alright? That is the last time I cared about football. Was 1998. Like, Alan Shearer, what a man, though.
Yeah.
What a man. Alan Shearer for Prime Minister, I say, when the next election comes up. He'd be a Labour lad, though, wouldn't he? Down the mines. He's a Tyneside sort of fella.
He's a bit of a boring guy as well.
Oh, is he? Well, that's upsetting. I like to think he'd be like an action hero.
I imagine he is in secret, but you see it on Match of the Day and he goes, "Oh, that was some football
That was a good.
And they did a football.
It's
there.
a game of two halves.
Yeah, it's a bit like that.
And people, they always say that. It's like, well, of course it is. There's two halves to the game. It's like people don't go to like a baseball game and go, it's a game of 9 ninths. It's stupid. It's like, well, of course, yeah, that's how it works.
That is it.
And then I think hockey's played in like thirds. It's like, playing the game in thirds.
Yeah.
Stupid. Says the baseball fan, where they play in like nines and all that. They can play indefinitely in baseball, which is the great part of baseball. If
there's a game still going on now.
Yeah, first ever. It's actually one long game of baseball. First ever baseball game, and they just haven't managed to break that tie. Yeah, so I found out that Las Vegas have their own baseball team called the Las Vegas 51s.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a player for the Las Vegas 51s whose name is Zach Thornton.
Wow.
You better believe I'm getting a Thornton bloody t-shirt.
Yeah.
How good's that going to be? So that's happening.
Maybe he's a long-lost relative.
Maybe he is. He probably is. And then I'll be like, hey, can you move me to Vegas, please?
Yeah.
And then we'll just live in Vegas forever. So that's good.
Problem solved.
That's good. That's the point. That's some news. I mean, what? It's three and a half weeks-ish before Safehouse in Vegas.
Yeah, Safehouse lads on tour.
Lads on tour.
Plus Megan.
Yeah, lads and Megan on tour. We're going to Vegas. So for my birthday parties. Happy birthday, Vegas. So we'd expect lots of stupid Vegas stuff happening.
Yeah. It's going to be wild.
It's going to be pretty emotional, I'll be honest. I do love Vegas hype. But yeah, so sports was happening. Sports happened on Facebook trending. I'm not going to give shit because sports.
Manchester United bought the colour red.
They bought the colour red because they were like, they've paid 15 million for like Roja, and I'm like, I'm fairly sure that's just Spanish for red. So they bought. So Arsenal, Liverpool got to change the kit.
Screwed.
It's done now because technically all of their players now play for Man U because they bought red. That was it. You've had your luck. So that happened. Bloody ALS Bucket Challenge. That's happening.
That's all that's been fucking happening.
All that's been happening is people have gone, well, we need to raise awareness for ALS. It's a terrible muscle wasting disease. Very sad. And they've gone, how do we raise awareness for this? They just pour some cold water on themselves. Which someone quite rightly pointed out on Twitter, just something to mull over, is the fact that, you know, these people have got big buckets of water. And they're pouring these buckets over themselves. And they said on average, these buckets are like 4-gallon buckets. So there's countries in Africa that get like 2 gallons of water for the whole village for a week. And people are pouring 4 gallons over themselves. And so no one's ever happy.
Only the internet would moan about that.
Only the internet would be like, oh, you've raised awareness, this terrible thing, and people have given millions to this charity. Yeah, they've given millions to charity, which is brilliant. And then they're like, yeah, but you could have given that water to Africa.
It's such a Bono thing, isn't it?
Oh, bloody Bono.
Oh, but the starving children.
Oh, fuck Bono. Bono is the worst.
You two have got a new album coming out.
Oh, why?
That was one of the top stories on NME, and I thought, why? What music can they possibly...
Oh my god.
Do they just want to hurt us?
I was going to say, like, you two haven't done anything good since, and then I realised that you two haven't done anything good. They haven't done anything good yet. Maybe this will be the one. Maybe this is the album where they finally go, you know what, guys?
To believe
let's do an album that isn't complete shit. It's just, the problem with you two is someone needs to take away their reverb and echo controls. Because if you take the delay off of, like, because they have it on their vocals, they have it on their guitars, they probably have it on the bass. They've got, like, everything they do. They hit a note and it goes boop, 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 boop. And of course they're playing riffs, so it sounds all like, whoa, it's in a big room somewhere. And it's, stop it now. It was very influential in the 80s. And you stop. You've had enough, you two. Go home. So, yeah. Bloody, so yeah, charities. Bono's an arsehole. It's another thing.
We had a big discussion in the group about the new Nicki Minaj video.
We did. We talked about the new Nicki Minaj video, Anaconda, which samples some Mix-a-Lots, big butts. What's that song called? Baby Got Back.
Yeah.
Baby Got Back. And goddamn, that is a video.
That is a song and a video.
Yes. I was gonna say, it's like look, if you're into that kind of thing, video's pretty good. Right?
Oh yeah.
If you like big butts and you cannot lie, then you're gonna want to whack that video on. For God's sake, mute it though, because seriously, like, it is upsetting at best. There's a bit in the bridge where she's clearly improv'd it in the studio because she just sort of repeats herself over and over. Like, she does some crazy laugh, and then she's like, "This is for all my big ass bitches in the club. Fuck you, skinny bitches. Fuck you, skinny bitches. Skinny bitches in the club. Fuck you." And it's like, well,
lovely.
all right, good, good.
Yeah.
So that's you know,
what a song. It doesn't make any sense. It does about 8 different things. I don't understand Nicki Minaj. What is she?
I don't. She's some sort of strange space alien.
She's like this rap, Cockney, pop, bubblegum bullshit hybrid that's at one minute doing the skinny ass bitches, fuck you,
fuck skinny bitches,
and then the next minute she's doing a song that's EDM poppy bullshit.
Yeah, I don't understand Nicki Minaj at all. And my favourite bit though is the fact because Drake is in the video getting a lap dance from Nicki Minaj, and it's just
what is that all about? Where did that come from?
She's giving him this lap dance, and then she walks away, and he's just like, oh, fucking hell, just face in hands, like, why did I sign up for this? So yeah, good. I
don't.
No, there's
I don't.
certain bands can get away with that, like, tonal shift, but not so much.
It just seems like she was successful in that crowd rap woman, and then she wanted more money, so she did silly pop songs for a bit, and now she's just going between the two.
Yeah, and it's like, look, love, pick a side.
What are you doing?
So, good.
Wow.
Fuck the skinny bitches. So, yeah. That's enough. I feel we've done enough. We've got the way through. It's sort of like a ransom video almost. This, isn't it? It's nice. You get to see my room. It's very pleasant. It's the same.
Stuff.
There's a cupboard.
There's a Pokemon in the corner.
There's a Pokemon. I don't know if it's a count Pokemon. Pokemon might be in shop. I don't know. I don't think Pokemon's in shop. It's a Tepig. Tepig. Because he's a fire type and he's a piglet. So he's tepid because he's tepid. It's Japanese puns.
They run out of ideas.
Japanese puns. And then there's Embor because he's a big pig, but he's also on fire. Embor.
That's slightly more clever.
Yeah. But then of course you've got the latest gen which has Klefki, which is literally
a note.
No, it's a note. No. It's the keyring Pokemon is a fucking keyring. It's a keyring with a face on it and some keys, and that's a Pokemon. Pokemon laser.
You can't do any better Pokemon than that.
That's it. You've hit your limit. That's it. We've topped out.
It's literally they're at the desk going.
The thing. They're just looking around.
Fucking keyring. Why not?
Coaster Pokemon. Coastermon.
Coastermon.
It's good. Right,
wow.
Yeah. We shall return and in greater numbers. Oh yeah, Megan isn't here. You may have noticed. Megan isn't here because she got a new cat and she has to stay at home to look after the cat.
They called it a thing. They named it.
Well, I know she was thinking of naming it Halibut.
No, that wasn't the name.
No. I wanted.
They named it Piglet. Piglet the cat.
That's pretty good.
Because it ate loudly.
Oh, because it ate all the. Yeah, she did send me a picture message because if there's one thing I love, it's getting texts, pictures of cats, and she was like, "Oh, it's eating food loudly. Call it Piglet." I know originally it was going to be Lil Halibut, which personally best cat name ever. I would say, but
good.
Cool. Yeah. So we'll be back in great numbers. It'll be pretty hype. I'll do the whoop. There you go. See, we've got links in here as well. We don't have to be in the other room. We can put them in here. So if you want to do the Facebooks and the subscribey things, that'd be lovely. Leave a like, subscribe maybe, tell someone about it, share it. We're on like 79 likes on Facebook, something like that. It's not bad.
What happens when you get 100? We do the Ice Bucket challenge.
Don't tell them that. I don't want that.
How badly do you want those likes?
Yeah, I really want those likes, guys. They validate me as a person. So, but yeah, still, do things. We appreciate it. And we'll see you next week when hopefully something's happened for us to talk about. So, bye.
Goodbye.